Welcome back to part 2 of the dahlias that I am growing in 2022, and I'll let you get right to it. The next category is blush, which is something that I have ordered quite a few in because it was what I was most looking forward to last year and had the most failures in. So the first one is Silver Years, which did perform beautifully for me, and I'm going to plant more this year. It was quite a good tuber producer as well, so I have quite a few. And it is a 4-inch decorative type. For me, it looked mostly white with just the tiniest hint of pink. The next one that I had in this category is Cafe au lait, and if you watched any of my other videos, most of my Cafe au lait, well, all of my Cafe au laits were from Walmart, and most of them had gall. So these I will be watching like a hawk. There was one clump that didn't seem to have any signs of gall, so I will be secluding it away from everything else this year, hoping that it remains healthy. The rest in this category are ones that I have ordered, and I would say this is probably the category I've gone the most overboard in. So buckle up here. So the first one is Ivana. It's an 8-inch dinner plate. I don't know what form it would be considered. I couldn't find it referred to anything other than a dinner plate, but it has quite wide petal bases, and they're darker pink at the base and kind of fade to white towards the tips, so I think it's going to be a gorgeous dahlia. I also ordered a 3-pack of Wizard of Oz. So they're a pom-pom type as well. The blooms are between 2 and 3 inches. And I've seen them be anything from a pale blush pink all the way up to a bright bubblegum pink. So I'm interested to see what color they actually grow to here in my conditions in my garden. I'm very much looking forward to them. Another one is a replacement of one that I had ordered last year that didn't survive the onslaught of pests last year. It was Sweet Love, and it's I would call it like a classic ballerina pink type, like a really light, pretty, true pink. Bloom size is between 4 or 6 inches, and I think it's considered a decorative. I bought Churchills Pride kind of on a whim because I was desperate to have blush dahlias in the beginning before a lot of things were becoming available, like when the heat was on and the competition was real. So it's not one that I'm sure I would have ordered had, you know, all of the options been open to me, but I'm sure I'll fall in love with it. It's 4 inches bloom size, and I think it's considered an informal decorative, and it looks like it has lacinated petals. I think that's how it's referred to, like they're kind of shredded on the tips a little bit. So it's unlike anything else that I'm growing, so I'm sure I will love it. The next one is I was able to grab a Coralie, which is a 4 to 6 inch bloom size and considered a formal decorative. Now, if you have been following dahlias at all, Coralie has been closely tied to Castle Drive. Castle Drive is one that Floret popularized in the last few years, and there's some controversy that Castle Drive is actually Coralie. So I didn't care which one. They look so similar, I really didn't care which one I got. Coralie is the one that I came across first, and supposedly the only way you can tell is the plant, the color of the stems and leaves are darker on Coralie than they are on Castle Drive. So it's gorgeous. I'll love it no matter what its name is. Okay, now we have pink, and this is just Anything that was pink that I didn't think I could call blush or berry is in this category. So I have Hilltop Lost Treasure, which is one that I grew last year but didn't actually get a bloom from. So I'm hoping this year I can give it a more prime location and actually get some blooms. It's a 5-inch cactus type, and it's unlike anything else that I've grown, so I'm really looking forward to actually seeing a bloom from it. The next one is Mexico, which is the only anemone type that I have. So it has that fluffy center with a single row of petals around the outside. The next one is Esley. Again, that was one from that variety pack that I received last year. It has 3-inch decorative blooms, and it was very prolific, and I was very fond of it last year. And the next one is GH Lemurs, also one that I was very fond of growing last year, also one that was part of that variety pack. It has 5-inch decorative blooms. And the thing that struck me the most about that one last year was that the petals literally seemed to have sparkle in them, like they were iridescent in the light. It was really pretty. The next one is HS Juliet, which is a single type with 3-inch blooms. And this was also tubers that I received from Walmart, so they are going to be secluded as well, just in case. I don't want to risk gall spreading to any of my healthy dahlias. So that's it for the ones that I grew last year. As for pink dahlias that I've ordered this year, I ordered one called Sir Richard, which is not one I had ever really heard of, but when I was ordering from this website Other Varieties, I was like, oh, this is very pretty. So I ordered it. It's a 3-inch ball type. I also, one of the ones that I may or may not get depending on availability is Sandra, which is a 4-inch ball, also kind of a true pink. So probably I don't need it and Sir Richard, so if I won't, you know, be heartbroken if I don't get that one. Another one, which is the same situation, I'm not sure if it's available or not, is Jerry Hoke, which is a 6-inch water lily type. I will be a little sad if I don't get that one because it's not like anything else that I have, and water lilies I think are quickly becoming, you know, next to balls, they're quickly becoming a favorite form. So now on to berries, and maybe some of these could be considered pink, but I haven't grown them yet, so I don't know what the true actual color is. But first we'll do the few that I grew last year. So the first is JS Dorothy Rose. This was another favorite. It wasn't as prolific of a bloomer as some of the other ones, and it was a little late to the party, but it was worth the wait. They are 4 to 6-inch decorative blooms. The next one is Ivanetti, which was the opposite. It was prolific. It started early. They're 2 to 4-inch ball blooms, and I would say they were larger than 2 inches. I would say they were 3 to 4 inches. And I will be growing multiples of it this year. Now on to the new orders. So the first one is called Rosella. It's a 5-inch decorative that was also kind of a desperate pick in the beginning when not much was available, but it is really pretty and I think I will enjoy it. The next one was also kind of a desperate grab, but I'm actually quite excited about it. It's called Dawn's Delight. It's a pompon type as well, 2-inch blooms. Now we have another one of those mystery clumps that was just labeled Unknown Burgundy, and Ball. So that I got from the local Facebook page. So I'm excited to see what that is and see if I can solve the mystery of what it is. The next one is another replacement from last year that succumbed to bugs. and pests called Caitlin's Joy. It's a 3-inch ball type, and I was really excited to grow it because like my best friend's daughter, her oldest daughter's name is Caitlin. And I'm also on the search for Cara Elizabeth because her second daughter's name is Elizabeth. And Caitlin's Joy and Cara Elizabeth, they have 2 cats whose names are Cara and Joy. So I just thought that was like kismet or something. So if anyone sees Cara Elizabeth, please let me know. I'd love to get my hands on that one. The last one in this category is Grand Finale. How fortuitous. It's another one that Jarrett picked out for me for Christmas. It's a 10-inch semi-cactus, and it's pretty cool looking. It's definitely unlike anything else that I'm growing or probably would have picked out. So, and I think it actually will be gorgeous in bouquets and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Now, the last category. We're in the home stretch here, people. The last category is purple. Maybe some of these could have been considered berry or red, but the first one that I have here is Rocco, which is a mini palm, so its blooms are 1.5 inches. I'm very much looking forward to that one. I think they're going to be teeny tiny and super cute. Thomas Edison was another one that I got from Walmart, but I saw no sign of disease on it when I dug them up, and it was one of my favorites. So also I'm hoping that it remains healthy. They're 8-inch decorative blooms. And just to be sure, I will be secluding those tubers as well in a section apart from everything else. So that's it for the ones that I grew. I guess that was the only one that I grew last year. Rocco is new, and all the rest of these are new as well. So Seduction is one that I ordered. It is a decorative type with blooms between 2.5 and 3.5 inches. It looks like there's some variegation to the petals, so that will be interesting. Diva is one that I have ordered that also is pending availability, so I'm not entirely sure that I will have this one in my hands or not. It's a formal decorative with 6-inch blooms, and it's supposed to be very prolific as well, and it looks gorgeous in the photos that I've looked up. Neros Pam is kind of a lavender type pink. It's 4-inch ball type, and I'm very much looking forward to growing that one. And the last one that I have here is another one that Jarrett picked out for me for Christmas called El Paso. It has between 3 and 4-inch decorative blooms, and it's another one of those that has multiple colors in it. But for the most part, it looks mostly like a white base with lavender tips and centers of petals. So that was a lot, but that is the dahlias that I am planning to grow for 2022. There are a couple that are on my list that if I see them, I will probably order them. Jowie Winnie is one that I would really like to have. Also Peaches and Cream. And there's a couple others that I have my eye out for. But barring seeing those, this will be it for this year. Fingers crossed that I can find room for them all. Wish me well. I would love to know in the comments, you know, if you grow dahlias, if you like what your favorite varieties are, where you like to order from, any tips for growing. Just let me know. Let me know what your dahlia deal is, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.